Hi, I'm Jane King, and this is New to the Street in person back here at the NASDAQ market site in New York City. This show is all about public, private, and blockchain companies, how the CEOs, the founders, and the innovators bringing you lots of opportunities to consider. Here we go. Aspira Women's Health is dedicated to transforming women's health, starting with ovarian cancer. With me is the CEO, Nicole Sanford, to talk about the company, and timing is right because it's Ovarian Cancer Awareness Month and Day and all of that. So just tell me about the company and what are you doing in particular with assessing women's health?
Sure. Well, I first want to say thank you for letting me be here today, especially. It's World Ovarian Cancer Day. All around the world, companies like us and women's awareness programs are helping women to understand the signs and symptoms of ovarian cancer. So we're really proud to be a part of that. So thank you so much for the chance to be here. As you said, our mission is to transform women's health, gynecological health, which is, I think we're the only company that I know of that's focused exclusively on gynecologic health, which has been underinvested in for many, many years.
Okay, and then tell me about some of the tools that you use for gynecological health.
Sure.
And how that's being effective for healthcare.
Sure. Well, we started with ovarian cancer primarily because the outcomes are so devastating right now. Okay. It's a really difficult cancer to diagnose. Most of the tools that you would typically rely on, things like imaging, blood tests, tissue sampling, none of those are available for ovarian cancer for a myriad of reasons. So as a result, we typically find ovarian cancer in stage 3 or stage 4. When the survival rate is very low. I think more than 70% of women who are diagnosed in stage 3 and stage 4 end up passing away from the disease. So the most important thing we need to do is we need to get better at finding it sooner. And there's sort of a lesser known impact of not having good diagnostic tools, which is not only do we find ovarian cancer later, we also see women having healthy ovaries removed out of fear because they don't trust that their doctor will be able to identify when they actually have a problem. So preventatively or as a result of a mass that's sort of questionable, they'll just jump right to removing their ovaries. And what we've learned over time is there are long-term health implications of doing that. A higher risk of heart disease and osteoporosis, now Parkinson's disease, dementia. Women who have their ovaries removed before they've completed menopause have a higher risk of all of these diseases.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so you talked a little bit about your future. Any other ads or for the long term or?
Well, one of the things we did last year as part of this transformation was bring in a new management team. And when I was looking for people to join, I was looking for people who had demonstrated their ability to work through challenging economic environments, but more importantly, to do what we need to do and do it quickly. So everyone that we brought on, they took a look at the technology, they took a look at the opportunity, and now we're all sort of pointed in the right direction strategically. So bringing on that team was really important for us for facing the future.
Okay, well, thank you. Good luck. I mean, it's important work that you're doing, especially that earlier detection, which is going to be key to the future for so many women.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nicole.
Thank you.
Yep.
Lameness issues, joint pain, and osteoarthritis can be difficult to treat and debilitating for an animal's health and well-being. Take control of lameness issues and joint pain. Introducing Spring with OsteoCushion technology. With just one injection, Spring with OsteoCushion technology targets the root cause of lameness issues, joint pain, and osteoarthritis, helping animals do what they do best.
PetVivo has a tool for veterinary doctors to manage osteoarthritis in horses and dogs. And with me is the CEO, John Lai, to bring us up to date on the company. Great to have you back here at the NASDAQ.
Very happy to be back.
So you were talking about how some veterinarians have this product and they have discovered other uses for it. So tell me about that. What are these uses?
Yeah, every time we go to a conference, we have vets coming up and saying, well, we used it for this, we used it for that, and we're getting really good results, and we love hearing those ideas. We think of all these, but we can't just keep doing studies on everything, you know, so it's good to have real-world applications come to us. And one of the interesting ones was a recent conference we had in Charleston, South Carolina, on rehab veterinary medicine. Some of the vets came to us and said, we've been using, you know, bone marrow stem cells and getting great results, but the problem is the stem cells dissipate from the area of treatment, 80% of them within 24 hours. And they were thinking, if we use your platform, because one of your clinical research work that you did with the NIH money we got was using our platform to disseminate drugs and other products into the body. They said, do you think it would work with the stem cells holding in place? We would get much better results. And we said, well, we actually did that for some animals and it worked really well. So we're excited to see what the feedback is from them on that application. But we love the veterinary field because they're thinking how we can use this in other applications.
There's some innovation going on out in the field, it sounds like.
Oh, it's great. It's great, yeah.
Okay, so you mentioned Charleston, so that's your most recent conference. That was a rehab conference. So
yeah.
Tell me about that a little bit and how was PetVivo received?
So we were the platinum sponsor because we had a couple of vets that really been using our product almost 2 years. And they were the key speakers. So we decided to sponsor, and then within the presentations and wet labs, they brought out how they were using Spring, the success they were having. So these conferences are one of the key drivers for veterinary adoption in the field, because vets like hearing from other vets their success stories, and it makes them feel much more comfortable to use the product.
Okay, and you have a new director. So tell me about that individual.
Yes, so we brought in Spencer Breithaupt. He was Vice President of Sales and Supply Chain at MWI Animal Health, our exclusive distributor. So he really knows how the product's going through the channel network. And he retired and took a little convincing of his wife that he could, I won't take up much of his time.
Okay, yeah.
So his wife said, okay, so he joined our board probably about a month ago. So he's got a lot of years in the veterinary field. And, MWI was, for animal health, does $5 billion a year just in the United States. He's also chairman of the Animal Health Technology Corridor, which has about 26, 27 high-level technology companies in the animal health space. And he's chairman of that organization, which, speaks volumes, because, for him to come on the board of our company, I think is a good endorsement, because he truly believes we're going to help a lot of animals and a lot of people over time.
Yeah, okay. Well, John, thanks so much for coming back. I want you to come back after the cat study, come so we can find out.
Absolutely.
How that goes.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jane.
Thank you so much. The Real Brokerage is revolutionizing the residential real estate agency by pairing technology with the guidance of an agent-led experience. And with me is Michelle Ressler, who is the CFO of the Real Brokerage, and also Tim Macy, an agent and the growth leader with the company as well. So Michelle, let's start with you. So you're using this tech-enabled real estate brokerage. It's traded here at the NASDAQ, REAX, and you're currently in 46 states, 3 Canadian provinces as well. You've had quite a bit of growth lately. I mean, explain the platform and how it works exactly.
Yeah, I mean, we're really proud of the technology we've built. It's one of a kind in the industry and completely proprietary. If you look at the real estate industry, it's the largest asset class and yet has seen very little innovation. It's riddled with paper and manual processes. So Real's technology is a cloud-based platform. It's an operating system that enables our agents to do everything from transaction management and compliance to communicating with their broker, real-time deposits at the closing table, which allows us to also be the fastest paying brokerage in the industry, as well as build all of their marketing materials to brand their business, and 24/7 tech support, and a financial dashboard. We offer a lot. A financial dashboard that offers them key metrics into their business at all times.
And I think too, you mentioned growth. Like, growth is exciting. Like, just getting bigger and higher numbers is awesome. But what I get most inspired about is the quality of people we've grown with. Like, the quality of agents that are coming to join our company has been amazing.
So you're one of the top agents at a Real Brokerage, fastest growing publicly traded real estate brokerage firm, which we learned, which was amazing. Tell us about your business. What market do you cover? Where do you work, Tim?
Yeah, so I'm in San Antonio, and what's great about Real is that we kind of all work as one big company, and so we have agents all over the country and in Canada, and so it's been a ton of fun to build a network here at Real.
Yeah, how does it help to talk to other agents in other parts of the country? What do you learn?
Yeah, so what's fun is, like, Ed's in New Jersey, and I'm in San Antonio, and you'll find out like what Ed's doing in New Jersey to help build his business, and then I could take it and do things in San Antonio that maybe people in my market aren't doing. And so by collaborating with agents in these different parts of the country, that agents are doing things that are unique in their markets, that a lot of our people get to take and implement it in their own markets.
What I've noticed is that over the past few years now, the rental market has been very hot. Yeah. Especially in New Jersey. So one thing that my team and I specialize in are apartment complexes. And we work with developers that build these brand new apartment complexes, and we're noticing the younger demographic renting over buying, because it's easier, because it's simpler, it's done for you, it's efficient, as Tim is saying.
You have more flexibility in your life if
Absolutely.
You're renting.
Everything is done for you in a sense, right? So it's very appealing. It's a big trend right now, at least in the tri-state area from what I've noticed.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's got its own issues, right?
Yeah.
We have more people renting and less people owning.
Big time. Lots of apartment complexes being built left and right, so new construction, but everything is on the rise, up and down, so, but.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, Ed and Tim. Thanks.
Thank you.
Research efforts to discover new antibiotics have stalled. New antibiotics were discovered and developed at a breathtaking pace. Enter REAX Pharmaceuticals. They are a biopharmaceutical company focused on developing new antibiotics for difficult-to-treat infections such as MRSA, VRE, and DRSP. We face new threats every day, big and small. REAX Pharma is on the front lines of health using technology to help us treat tomorrow's infections today. REAX Pharmaceuticals.
Today we have Heather Plampin and also Matt Farhat with the Compass Collection, which is a dynamic luxury vacation rental marketing and management company that is nationwide. So the Compass Collection cherry picks the properties that are partnering with them. And so with me, Heather, Matt, great to have you guys back again. And Heather, just tell us about the Compass Collection and why your business model with the why you're so uniquely kind of situated to expand nationwide with what you've been doing.
Well, taking it back to the homeowner's experience, if you are a homeowner that is self-managing your vacation rental home, you're probably not doing bad. But let's face it, you're competing with large-scale vacation rental management companies that are dominating the market. The Compass Collection is designed to level the playing field, to make sure that every single self-manager owner out there has the same opportunities as the large-scale managers do. So what does that mean? That means having access to the systems, having a level of exposure that's greater than just your one listing on the platforms. It means also being able to use multiple platforms and not having to do it yourself, because that is definitely hard for an owner to do and still have a day job.
Yeah. So on average, professional managers make over 30% more than a self-manager for a home. Right? There's a lot of that goes into that. Not only is there the analytics of posting the right price at the right time and optimizing your price, but there's also the marketing outreach that's involved in that. So instead of just listing your home on one site or two sites, you have the Compass Collection, who will not only list it there, but will list it elsewhere, knows who to target, when to target, how to optimize the price for the home. So with this model, it's you're doing well, but you can make more money and do less work with us, and who doesn't want that?
Well, I'm sure people are watching this interview and they're like, well, I rent my home out on another platform. Like, how would it be different on the Compass Collection? What could you offer them that they may not get on some of these other platforms?
Well, the first would be the cost, right? Being with a professional manager like us who can list the home, there's no cost that's involved in that. So we're diving into the rates, the zoning of the areas that those homes are at. So you can have a home West Coast, East Coast, anywhere in between, and we're going to use our data team, our revenue team, to find out the best prices for those homes, for those areas, the seasonality, when the best time to book the home is, and then we're going to use all of that combined, working with this new owner to create a revenue plan for their property to maximize their income.
And what are the benefits to an owner besides income? Is there anything else that an owner of a home can benefit from?
Oh, sure. I mean, just imagine what a typical owner is experiencing with their current situation, either with self-managing and on a certain platform, or they are currently with another vacation rental manager. I mean, are you getting the human connection that you need? Do people call you back? When you write an email, are you getting a support ticket, or are you getting a real human that's going to write you back? Do you feel that you're cared for?
Everyone who has an investment property are not trying to get a second job. They're trying to increase their money to have more time. This is an investment in freedom of time as much as it is for financial independence. So with the Compass Collection, we're able to save them time and earn them more money.
Let me add to that. It is as much about discretionary time as it is about discretionary income. Think of the Compass Collection as your time saver, money maker.
Okay, and time is money, as we know. So, so Matt, how can somebody who has a property find out more about what it takes to partner with you?
Yeah, they're going to reach out to us. They're going to email us at owners@thecompasscollection.com, or they're going to go to our website, thecompasscollection.com, and they're going to have a human reach out to them, and we're going to build a revenue plan for their home.
Okay. And I believe you also have a QR code at the bottom of the screen.
Okay.
They can easily click on that, and it's going to lead them right to our website. And again, we're going to provide this detailed revenue projection and analysis for their home. And they're going to enjoy having that information finally for themselves.
Thank you so much, Matt and Heather.
Thanks for having us.
Best of luck.
Okay.
Thank you.
Secure, the true solution for your digital privacy and security. Secure is a private and secure messaging and email solution hosted in Switzerland, using proprietary military-grade encryption and Swiss privacy laws, giving you true privacy. Secure doesn't collect or sell your data and doesn't require your phone number or any personal data that hackers target. You can message and email non-secure users privately without the need for others to download Secure. Visit secure.com. Regain and protect your privacy today.
Welcome everyone to your Secure Privacy and Security segment. I'm Anna Berry with the CEO of Secure, Alain Guillay. So this is your weekly hack, and we're talking about data breaches. Obviously, they are happening more and more. It seems like brick and mortar stores are closing left and right, and everyone's shopping online. I still personally like to go in, try it on, feel it, touch it, but not everyone does. So what does that do, Alain? Because that is really exposing exposing our data because you liken it to leaving your credit card in a restaurant for weeks on end. So talk a little bit about the dangers of online shopping.
Yeah, well, I think we were reading that 12% of online stores that basically don't protect users' data and they expose the user data. I'll add an extra layer. Some of these people even sell your data because it's good money. You know, whenever they ask for your email for their mailing list, just so that you know that email now is sold 100 times over once you give it to them. So that's just one aspect, but there's other aspects too. I always say that it's when things get hacked and exposed and people's data gets exposed, it's not just the big tech companies. It's basically the people who buy those lists and then they store it in their, unsecure environment. That gets exposed, hacked, employee issue. I mean, so many things. Look what happened lately with the US government. It was an employee, I guess, or somebody that exposed that data. That's embarrassing now to the government. So sometimes it's a human thing, right? Now, when you go online, we're not going to discuss too much that federal thing, but basically it's the same concept. You have the human leak and the machine leak, let's say. When you go online, essentially you are trusting that website, that company, to keep your data safe and private, and you can't. That's another thing why I say don't leave your credit card. It's like you go to a store and you say, I'll be back in a week, keep your card, keep my card in your drawer, that because I'm just too lazy to put it back in my wallet. And that is the same thing as you being too lazy to re-input your card number on a website. And once you have your card number, people can get a lot from a credit card, down to a social security number. You'd be quite surprised. And these things are sold in the black market, like, as I said, a dark web. So be very diligent when you shop online.
Exactly. And you mentioned that article, roughly 12% of online stores forget their backups in public folders due to human error or negligence. And like you said, I mean, it could be anything from your email address, your phone number, to your home address. And that's what's scary right now. It seems like anytime you shop online, they want all of your information, including the names and ages of your children. It's ridiculous. So what can we do to really protect ourselves when it comes to sharing information, especially emails?
So first of all, when you give your data to a website, you have to give information. Use, I'm going to say, a dummy email, an email that's throwable. As a matter of fact, funny enough, we have those aliases email on Secure Mail, where you get two extra emails for free. It's called an alias, because you'll have your real name, like whatever, blah, blah, at secure.com. And then you can have two kind of fictitious email that you still can communicate with, but they're not your main email. It's called an alias. An alias is exactly that. You can use that or use one of the big tech emails anyway, because they're going to resell it. So don't use your prime email when you sign up to buying something online. The other thing is always check the URL. That sometimes there's a little lock, HTTPS. That means it's a secure site. Click on the lock. And it should say the certificate. It's a security certificate, if it's valid or not. Because some of these websites, a lot of them are front for hackers. And when you put your credit card information, they capture that information live. The other thing, obviously, never store your card on a website, whether it's a food delivery or obviously the big ones that we can't name on TV, the biggest shopping sites in the world. Don't leave your credit card. Don't save them. Try not to. People do travels, right? Air travel, hotels. I mean, I just did that. I don't like to keep my card in the hotel website. A lot of people have memberships in these hotels and airlines. And it's just easy. That way you don't have to put it back, right? So try not to leave a footprint. It's essentially like leaving your fingerprints all over something, and you want to reduce that fingerprint all over, because somebody can take that fingerprint and essentially impersonate your identity. That's how scary it is on the internet. That's exactly what they do. And we talked about ChatGPT not too long ago. Now with artificial intelligence, a machine will be able to take your digital footprints, whatever it may be, and literally impersonate you. I mean, they can look like you, they can have your voice, anything. You put 1 million photos and videos on the internet. I'd like to see now what these artificial intelligence are going to do with it and impersonate you and commit crime in your name with your social, your credit card, and your look and your voice now. It's pretty scary out there.
It's terrifying. Even when Elon Musk starts warning us about AI, you know something's up. Well, again, like you said, Alain, many times to reduce your social media footprint, got it, as well as do not leave your credit card information out there with any online shopping. And that is valuable information. Again, it's a lifestyle change because we're so used to the convenience, but the question is, what is your privacy worth to you? So I want to just close with the simple adjustment, right? So you can use your big tech email, but that's why we incorporate a secure email. So let's close with explaining how simple that is. We can keep our big tech, but when we share our data, we need to use secure.
Absolutely. So if you have a secure email, you can email someone using our secure send feature. They can reply back using secure reply. They don't need to have secure. And the concept is that whole communication happens only in our servers in Switzerland. Nothing goes over the internet. It's as simple as that. It's like you're in Switzerland, the other person hooks in and gets communicate with you in Switzerland in full privacy and security. And before we leave, I want to offer a promo code, privacy. You can go to secure.com, buy any of our services, and put promo code privacy. You get 15% off for 5 years. You can also go to Secure VPN, which is a brand new VPN, and put the same promo code and buy the VPN as well. I would recommend a VPN, especially ours, because we don't use the big tech companies and the hyperscalers. We got only a few locations and a few IPs in Switzerland only, where privacy is the most sacred thing over there. So you know that nobody is like monitoring your traffic, logging, giving your data to third-party services and so forth.
Wonderful. Well, privacy has arrived with Secure. Always great speaking with you, Elaine, and we look forward to seeing you again next week.
Thanks, Anna. Thanks, everyone, for watching.